Hi friends, and welcome back to Kev's Hobby Showcase. I'm of course Kevin. You may have also seen me on Tabletop Jones Productions, where John and I are the two idiots playing board games. And as you can see, I'm outside, and the reason for that is today, this is the week I do my cooking video. Today I'm going to make barbecue chicken using the timing method my father taught me. All right, so he had a very specific method then chicken always came out really, really good. I mean, everybody's going to have their own way. I'm going to show you mine. All right, but first, as you can see, I'm outside. First, we got to start the coals. I know most people have a gas grill. I am not one of those people. All right, so what I have here, though, just tilt the camera down. Okay, see if you can see it. All right, so I have this nice little cylinder thing. I actually bought it on Amazon that my brother-in-law told me about. Got the coals inside, and it's supposed to heat them up a little bit quicker to get it ready to cook faster. So now technically I probably shouldn't have to use lighter fluid, but I do anyway. I'm not going to use as much as I would normally use. All right, got my nice lighter, and there we go to get it started. As you can see, it's starting to flame up right away, and it's going to be going like that for a while. So let me just set this back up to me. All right, oops. All right. So, like I said, this is going to be going for a while. I can feel the heat coming off it already, actually. So I'm going to let this go. I'm not going to film the entire thing. I mean, who the hell wants to watch a bunch of coals burning up, right? So when we come back, I'm going to have the chicken ready to go right onto the grill, and we'll just take it from there. All right. So stay tuned. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back, and the coals have heated up, and that cylinder that I was using is actually called a charcoal chimney. You can find it on Amazon. I'll provide a link for it in the description when this video is out. Like I said, now I got everything set up here. Let me just slip this down. Okay, so as you can see, got this down. Now the first thing I'm going to do, of course, is to make sure that the grill is as clean as it can be. I mean, I actually did wash it in my sink just before, but can't be too careful, I guess. All right, so now put the chicken down. Try to give it not a lot of space in between, but just enough to let the heat, because basically when you're cooking with charcoal, you're mainly cooking with heat. So just put a nice spacing, and just as a little note, the thigh pieces, normally I leave the skin on, but I know not everybody does that. So for the sake of the video and for people who don't like it, I took it off. So now the timing method. So when you first put it on, 5 minutes, 5 minutes again, and then it's longer the next 2 times. So let's set this up. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start getting things ready for this. Well, first let me close the grill. I have a timer. I'm going to set it for 5 minutes, and then when the 5 minutes are up, I'm going to come back. I'm going to flip them over, and then we're going to start getting the barbecue sauce ready, and I'll show you what I use. All right, so stay tuned, and I will be right back. Okay, 5 minutes are up. Time to turn the pieces over. All right, so got my tongs. Starting off pretty good. As you can see, I got foil down there where the coals are. And when you do use foil, always make sure you put the shiny side up. As my dad always says, it reflects the heat towards the food. All right, if I could just turn this without it getting caught in the grill, that would be wonderful. Okay. Okay. Well, so we're going to leave that. We're going to leave that for another 5 minutes, and then so basically, what it is when I come back, it's going to be 15 minutes on each side. But at the same time, I'm also going to put on the barbecue sauce. Now, all I have is legs and thighs, so 15 minutes should be more than enough. However, if you have bigger pieces, you may want to increase it to 20 minutes. Like if you have breast meat or something like that, I would say increase it to 20 minutes to make sure everything is thoroughly cooked. So, but anyway, it's so we're gonna wait 5 minutes, and we're gonna get that barbecue sauce on. After flipping them over again, of course. All right, so stay tuned, and I will be back. All right. So it's been another 5 minutes, and now it's time not only to turn the chicken over once again, but to start putting on the barbecue sauce. All right, so let's get this pointed towards the food. All right. Okay. And I know you're not seeing a raging fire, but like I said, with coals, it's all about the heat. Now, I know I said I should only need to put this on, for 15 minutes at a time, but I'm going to use 20 minutes only because I didn't have as much charcoal as I thought I did. Alright, so gotta compensate by keeping it on the heat, which is pretty high, but we're gonna take that precaution. Okay. Alright. I just like to slather it on. So once you put on the barbecue sauce, I remember what my father taught me, is you could start bringing the pieces closer together. All right, I think I started doing that inadvertently, just like by instinct. I just started doing that. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Close that. Alright, so, instead of 15 minutes, I'm going to let it go for 20 minutes. Only because, like I said, it didn't have as much charcoal. Sorry, there's a helicopter passing. Only because I didn't have as much charcoal as I thought I did, but it is still pretty hot in there, so, we should still be good. Alright, so, see you in 20 minutes. Alright, it's been 20 minutes. Looks like it's cooking up pretty good, although the heat isn't exactly where I'd want it to be. I'm hoping that changes, but we'll see. But just so, because I forgot to show this earlier, so this is what I use. This is barbecue sauce I've been using, Sweet Baby Ray's. Just so happens to be the brand I see the most. I tried it, I liked it, so that's what I use. Alright, so yeah, like I said, the heat isn't exactly where I'd want it to be, and I may have to leave this on longer than I anticipated at first, or I may have to actually bring it inside and use the indoor grill for a bit, because I definitely don't want to eat undercooked chicken. But we'll see. Maybe I'll even cut one open and make sure it's cooked all the way through. Okay, let's get the barbecue sauce on. Alright. Yeah, with the barbecue sauce, I mean, I've used different brands in the past. I've used Kraft, maybe a couple others that I don't really remember the names of them. But Sweet Baby Ray's so far is the best that I've tasted. Alright, so let's cover that back up again. Alright. Alrighty, so like I said, I'm going to, it's going to be another 20 minutes, and I'm going to test it. And I'm going to cut it open. I'm going to cut a piece open and see how it looks. If it doesn't look like it's cooking all the way, obviously, I needed more charcoal, but what I can do is I can bring it inside and finish it off on the indoor grill. So we'll see how this works out. All right, so see you in 20 minutes. Alrighty, well, this is what I found out. I found out that the charcoal was cooling off. So yeah, but rather than go through that whole process and find out that the chicken is undercooked, I'm going to restart the two longer parts of it. So instead of 20 minutes, I can do it 15. I'm going to do it on my indoor grill. First thing I got to do is I got to spray some oil on it, otherwise the meat will stick. All right, so let me point it down. All right. So I'm better off just admitting it's not going to be cooked rather than go through the whole craziness of finding out later. So it's best to do it now, right? Okay. Well, at least I've already put the barbecue sauce on. Okay. Oops. Okay. And I tell you, this will be smoking, and it's probably going to smoke my entire kitchen. Alright. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to restart the clock. 15 minutes, and I'll be right back. I'll turn it over, do another 15 minutes, and then it'll be done. And I know it'll be cooked. Alright, so see you in 15 minutes. Okay, it's a good thing I brought it inside because this grill is pretty darn hot and chicken is cooking. So 15 minutes are up and it's time to turn the chicken. So like I said, I've already put the barbecue sauce on, so there's no need to do it again. Well, some people argue that, I'm sure, but I'm not going to do it twice. Alright, so let me point it down towards the food, and there it is. Okay, grab my tongs. Alright. Ah, I hear the sizzle. That's what we didn't hear outside, so, you know, and it's my fault. You know, I got no one to blame but myself. I should have gotten some more charcoal, and I did not. I thought I had enough, and I was wrong. You know, it's okay to admit when you're wrong. And this, unfortunately, see how then having a, yeah, there we go. That's why I spray it with the, I spray with like an olive oil spray to make sure that the chicken pieces do not, well, don't stick badly. They will still stick. There we go. All right. Ah, Murphy's Law, right? Okay. Sorry about that. All right, so now the last 15 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna let it cook for like I said, for the last 15 minutes. This is the timing method. 5 minutes. 5 minutes again. You know, you flip it over 5 minutes. That's like, as my father told me, what that does is it helps burn off like whatever is still on the chicken, because you can clean it as much as you want. You're not gonna, it's not gonna be perfect, so it'll burn off whatever it is from the packaging, or if you get it from the butcher, from whatever they use to ship, help burn all that off. And then 15 and 15, unless the pieces are a lot bigger, like especially if you have breast meat, then do 20 minutes. And then but on those, the longer ones, that's when you put on the barbecue sauce. This is what my father taught me. All right, so it works for me. I mean, if you if you want to try it out for yourself, by all means. But if you have a good method, stick to that. But this is what I do. All right, so see you in 15 minutes. We'll take the chicken off. All right, those 15 minutes are up. Now, all right, look at that. Much better looking than before, right? Don't mind that noise. That's just the lid of this grill falling into the sink. All right, so let's get all these pieces off. And a nice bowl here. All right. See, it's not perfect. Sometimes pieces do stick. And, well, let's try to get as much. Let's try not to leave anything behind here. Alright. So I know this didn't actually go as planned today, but sometimes stuff like that happens. Alright, so I'm just put this down for a moment. turn the grill off. Okay. So, you know, like I said, 5 minutes, then 15 and 15. If you have bigger pieces, make it 20. So I guarantee you that that's going to be thoroughly cooked all the way through. We're going to bring it to the table. I'm going to take a bite. All right, so give me a minute. I'm going to clean up here, and I'll be right to the table. Okay, at the table, got my chicken in front of me. Let's point this down. Okay, I took 2 pieces, but I'm only going to try one. I'm going to put some salt on, some pepper, and you know, I'm going to try the thigh first. Yeah. Okay. Very good. And look here, cooked all the way through. Okay. So, now I want to tell you, this meal is a team effort. Let me show right here. Got a pastaroni. There we go. My son made this, and my daughter is currently cutting up peppers so we can have a vegetable. So, team effort today. Anyway, that's all I got for today. Please like, subscribe, and share. Share this video as much as possible. I think just about every guy out there likes to barbecue. So, if you like barbecue and chicken, and you think if you think that this timing method might be helpful to anybody else, please share the video to them. I know I had a little bit of a something going wrong earlier with the outdoor grill. But hey, you know what? Sometimes it's good to show that when something's not going right, you got to roll with it and you got to correct it, and then just keep going forward. And that's what I did. You know, what outside grill wasn't doing it, brought it to the inside grill. I just happened to be lucky enough to have an inside grill. So, you know, any of you out there, it's a good thing to have. You know, it's you know, not bad, especially if it's one of the ones where you can plug them in. You know, that's what I had. So anyway, like I said, like, subscribe, and share. Please go to Tabletop Jones Productions and do the same there. And you know, let's see. Next cooking video, I'm not sure what I'm going to do next. I'm going to have to think about it. I'll put out a short one day, and I'll tell you what I'm going to do. But for right now, I'm going to think about it. It might be, you know what, being that it'll be September, getting a little cooler, maybe I'll do beef stew. We'll see. So, we'll see. You know, so anyway, like I said, like, subscribe, and share. And, you know, I hope that you enjoyed watching this. And I hope you have a great day, and I will see you.